If you guys are looking to pick up almost $6 million worth of free DLC vehicles in GTA Online this week, well, this is the week that you don't want to miss out on, because you can get $5,575,000 worth of vehicles for $0 just for playing the game this week, one of which you can just log on to an in-game website, Legendary Motorsport, and pick yourself up for free a $2.8 million, almost $2.9 million supercar, which is the one you guys can see behind me. This is my benefactor Krieger. All you need to do is log into the game, go and purchase this thing off an in-game website for $0. So basically just claim it, unlock it for $0 in-game dollars for the rest of this weekly event. I'm sure many of you have already done so, but we're going to take this video a step further, talk about this car, performance, customization, review it, test it out on the track, because I haven't had an opportunity to talk about this car dedicated in a video. And so now I want to do it because I absolutely love this car. But you can also get two other cars in this game. This is, of course, the $2,875,000 supercar you can get for absolutely free. But if you get lucky, you can win a $1,775,000 muscle car at the Diamond Casino, plus win yourself a $925,000 classic vehicle for just completing the LS Car Meet Prize Right Challenge. So we're going to be talking about all that and more today. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's get started. Here we are at Luxury Autos, and this is where you can pick yourself up this benefactor Krieger. If you come over here, you can obviously inspect it itself, and if you want to purchase this exact benefactor Krieger, it is going to run you $18,240 because it has the racing stripes livery, the black racing stripes livery, plus the little fins that act as a spoiler upgrade in the spoiler category. It has those upgrades pre-applied. I don't know if those are the stock wheels or not, but either way, if you come to Luxury Autos, it is going to cost you a little bit less than $20,000. Here's my benefactor Krieger. Funny enough, it's actually very similar enough. I've had it customized this way for a long time, and it's essentially almost the same car. I actually just noticed that, which is pretty interesting here. But either way, if you want to pick this vehicle up for $0, like I said, just go onto in-game websites. Go onto Luxury Autos, go to the two-door section, scroll all the way down until you find this vehicle. It actually released with the Diamond Casino and Resort update. You can get this car for $0. You can get as many of them as you want. You can fill up all your garages with benefactor Kriegers. If you think you're going to be able to buy these for free, though, or just claim them, unlock them, you name it, whatever you want to call that word, and then wait for this opportunity to end and go sell them back for money, it's not going to work. Because remember, no matter what vehicle you buy in this game, you can only sell it back for a fraction of the purchase price. I forget if it's 60% or if it's 40. I believe it's 60%. But if you get a vehicle that's 30% off and then you go and sell it later, you're selling it for 60% of the price that you got it for. No matter if you got it for a discount of 10, 20, 30, 40%, half off, whatever, or if you got it for free. Remember, 60% of $0 is still $0. You can't make money necessarily on these vehicles by selling them back later. But what you can do, if you don't want to lose as much money or get some money back that you already spent, say I already have this benefactor Krieger, right? And I wanted to go and redeem a new one, which is what I'm going to do, because I definitely want a second for a different garage of mine. If I didn't want two vehicles, if I still just wanted one Krieger and I wanted to make back some money that I spent on this car right in front of me, I could sell this car for 60% of my purchase price, and then I could keep the other one and customize it into this exact same way. If I still wanted this car with the same customization, etc., it's obviously just the new one I bought versus this one, and then I'm selling the old one back just to make some of that money that I already spent back, so I'm not out as much cash. Depending on which way you look at it, you could consider that making some money if it's been years since you've had this car, right? But you still spent money on the car in the first place, so I would argue you're just making some money back. You're saving a little bit of money. You're not necessarily making money at this point in the game. But either way, I want a second, so I'm gonna go pick one up and let's customize it. All right, so first things first, let's call our new vehicle. It's the benefactor Krieger. This is my more supercar garage at Eclipse Towers 31. Not the penthouse, unfortunately. We're gonna call this thing over. This is just my dumping ground for other supercars that like I've obtained, and you know, I just need something to do with them. Like we've had different prize rides or different Diamond Casino podium vehicles that, you know, I either didn't get lucky winning or I didn't want to bother doing the prize right challenge for multiple days, so I just bought them for the sake of reviewing them for the video. So this is basically what we're doing right here. I bought an extra benefactor Krieger, or you know, just claimed, redeemed one, since they are $0. If you get it from Luxury Autos, you'll be paying a little bit more for it. But we are going to drive this thing over to a Los Santos Customs. We're going to customize it, and we'll chat a little bit about this car because it's really good. As you can see, just in its stock formation, you could just see how quick this thing is. The braking, maybe completely stock, leaves a little bit to be desired, or the handling, I guess, but everything else about this car is just absolutely amazing. So, yes, let's go into Los Santos Customs, and let's chat about the car, let's customize it, and let's just enjoy here, ladies and gentlemen. Pulling it right in. All right, the Benefactor Krieger, one of the top tier supercars in the game, like we probably already talked about. Known for its all-around performance, you get excellent acceleration, strong top speed, as well as super tight handling when you upgrade. So we're just gonna go with max armor upgrades, we'll go with race brakes, of course EMS upgrade level 4, exhaust, we have a bunch of different options here. I think probably, right now, my Krieger has, I think, like an orange paint job with black. I want to change it up just a little bit, but I don't want to completely transform what I got. And I think we want to go off this platform here. I already kind of like this red, but I may make it a little bit different. So let's go with the titanium tipped exhaust here. We'll throw that on. Explosives we don't need. Hood, I'm thinking probably just a stock hood or maybe even a carbon hood, but let's go with stock for now. Horn, I'm not going to change. Lights, let's go with xenons, no neon or anything like that. Livery is where you have some cool options, because I was thinking doing like white racing stripes on here, but I think actually what I want to do, honestly, the Germanic stripes don't look bad either. I would go with like this if it was in, I don't know, I guess like a black or a white or something like that, but in red actually doesn't look terrible. I do love the junk energy, not necessarily with this red, but the livery itself. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to put it on a supercar like this, but like I kind of just want to try it. I do love these too. Again, I don't really put these on vehicles, but like just the idea, I'm like, oh yeah, I like a bunch of vibrant bright colors. But let's just go maybe no livery for now. Let's revisit that. Plate, I always go with yellow on black. Okay, respray is probably where we gotta lock in here. So I want to do metallic. I guess we'll just start off with metallic black. I could go with something, maybe a graphite, but let's do metallic black with a pearlescent. Ooh, I'm thinking Torino red. That does like something super, super dark. I want it sleek, low profile. Secondary, we'll do metallic. Probably want, you know, honestly, something to stand out in the cab a little bit. Not the cab, geez, like I have trucks on my mind. In the cabin of the vehicle. Ice white doesn't look terrible. Let's throw that on. And trim color as well. I think we probably want to match it up with ice white. Yeah, for the rest of the stitching. Yeah, let's do ice white. I'm surprised frost white isn't as bright, but okay, skirts. Let's do primary skirt, of course. Spoiler option, we have a bunch of different options. I really don't like the fins. I feel like go with a normal spoiler or go no fins at all, no spoiler. But I think honestly, ooh, okay, we have a bunch of different options here. Too big of wings. Yeah, these are obnoxious looking. I wouldn't go with these. It's way too oversized. Do we want carbon street spoiler or primary? I think carbon. Transmission, we'll go super transmission. Turbo, of course, we want the turbo on here. Windows, I think we're just gonna go with limo tint. I want to go back to the hood real fast. Carbon hood on this to match carbon over the rear as well as the spoiler. I actually don't love that. That doesn't look terrible. It still kind of takes away from the car. I actually don't think I want carbon on here. I'm torn on the spoiler. I think maybe we'll just keep the carbon wing. Why not? For the wheel type, this is where it's gonna get interesting. I think we should go with sport. I mean, they have so many different options. I think I want to do, I don't know. I almost want to try Inferno with black wheels or go with Endo V2s. Hold on, let me try Inferno and then let's change the color to black. I kind of don't like the way that looks. I thought it would be good in my head, but okay, wait, Endo V2s are nice though on this thing. I don't like the stock color, just the alloy on here. I think actually, since I was just talking about it, let's do it. Why not? I'd never use chrome rims, but let's do it. Let's go chrome and let's go Endo V2s. Something for contrast, you know? Wheel color, obviously we can't change. Tire design, no custom tires. We're obviously doing bulletproofs. I'm thinking just black. We could try red tire smoke. I don't think it really matters all that much, but I think this is what we're gonna go with right here. You can't really adjust. Yeah, there's no suspension adjustment on this vehicle. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Livery, I wanted to revisit that. How does it look with the junk? Ooh, okay, wait a second. It's too distracting with the junk, the quick fix livery on there. But I love the way it makes the car look. I just don't really like those super obvious decals on my vehicles. But I love the way this looks. I think I'm gonna put it on. Might as well. Something totally different than what I'd actually make for a vehicle, but I just wanted to try it and see how it came out. And I don't hate it. I really don't. But let's talk about this vehicle more as we go to the track. So yes, this car is all-wheel drive, which is huge. You get great traction because of that at super high speeds or any sort of uneven terrain, things of the like. It's extremely stable. You get minimal traction loss around corners. If you want to take this thing off-road, I mean, obviously it's not an off-road vehicle, but it will do just fine. Obviously, it's just low to the ground, so it has no ground clearance or anything like that. Maybe if I had to deduct any points for this vehicle, it would be a little bit of understeer that you get at really high speeds. It's not bad. It's just the Emrys, the Progen Emrys, does handle way better at high speeds, even though this thing is just as quick around a track. I'm gonna pause right here because I feel like I'm gonna crash if I go over the notes of this vehicle. Very durable. You can handle all sorts of rough conditions and obviously crash, and it's not gonna deform this vehicle or anything like that. It's based on the Mercedes AMG 1. You get design elements from some other vehicles as well, but mostly the AMG 1. Kind of sounds like a hybrid of the X80 Proto and the Zentorno, in my opinion. Like, sporty, high-pitched, things of the like. And the interior is actually the same as the FMJ, but you get some carbon fiber paddle shifters on the actual steering wheel itself, which you can't actually see until I turn it right there. You can see it sort of catching the sunlight right there. But we are at my favorite track. I think we can set a time as low as about 2 minutes, like maybe sub 2 minutes 40 seconds on this track. With this car, I mean, I'm just warming up. I haven't played this game in a couple days actually and used this vehicle in a while. But let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1, launch. Hooks up right away. I would say every fast supercar I drive is like a 2 minute 35, 2 minute 40-second car. I almost crashed right at the beginning right there. If I crashed right at the beginning, I probably would have just reset it. But I like to do these off the cuff, completely live, no cuts. That way you can see the stopwatch timer, you can see the full time. You know, I may stutter or give buts and ums and things like that. But I mainly just want to showcase, like, you know, first-hand performance, not practicing on the course, just jumping right into the game, maybe while I'm a little bit rusty for the day, and of course we wipe out. That sucks. But it's just part of it. You know, some of my tests, I end up crashing, usually at least once because I'm not the best driver. But I like to showcase to you guys, you know, just how this vehicle is. If I give you guys a perfect run, obviously, you know, the car is going to be shown its best light. But not everyone drives absolutely flawlessly 100% of the time in this game. So I want to showcase the reality of what it's like actually driving this vehicle. My racing lines suck. Excuse that. But this car is quick, man. It feels really good to drive. Obviously, the exhaust note is fantastic. Braking is very good when you get the race brakes upgrade. Like I was saying at the beginning when I was driving it in its stock form, the handling didn't feel the absolute best, but it completely opens up the vehicle and makes it just feel absolutely flawless when you apply the performance upgrades. I mean, not anyone's keeping their car stock in the first place. I'm going to crash twice with this car. That's not good. This is already going to take probably, what, 10 seconds off our time between these two crashes, which is not good. I was already going sort of slow. Maybe I should just redo it, but I'm curious at this point what our time is going to be. Because if we could still beat the 2 minute 40-second time, which I don't actually think we're going to do, it'll just show you how quick this car actually is. I almost feel like I should redo. Oh my god, we're doing so bad. We're doing so bad, ladies and gentlemen. Just part of the video showcasing the Krieger. I mean, the main gist of it, the meat and potatoes of this video is the fact that this car is free, and so you have to get it, right? You're getting a multi-million-dollar supercar, not even sports car, supercar for $0 in-game, unless you buy it through Luxury Autos, in which case you get the customization that's there, pre-applied to the vehicle anyway, which is what you're paying for. But the car itself off Legendary Motorsport is free. Holy crap, we are moving through here. Now we're kind of approaching the slalom part of the course. A lot of traffic here today, I gotta say. We are going to beat the 2 minute 40-second time, even with the 2 crashes. This would be an insanely fast car. Our official time is 2 minutes 32, 2 minutes 33 seconds. This would be a 2 minute and 20-second car if we didn't crash. Holy crap. It makes such a big difference. Every car that I usually review in these free vehicles, guys, ends up being, you know, 2 minute 40, 2 minute 50, or even 3 minute pace if it's like a slower sports car or sedan. This car is so quick, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, I love it so much. And honestly, the customization's growing on me. The livery matches perfectly. I still don't love the massive Junk Energy decal, but it is kind of growing on me, that's for sure. Now, like I said, there are more vehicles that you can get for $0 this week, the typical weekly free vehicles, which sometimes I review in full-on videos where we test the performance and customization, just like we did with the Krieger, but this video is probably getting a little bit long at this point, so I kind of want to just breeze through this section. This is the VAPA Dominator ASP. You can get this as the podium vehicle for this week. This is a beautiful muscle car, and it's obviously worth reviewing. Top top tier. I mean, it honestly functions more like a sports car, to be honest, but either way, strong acceleration, high top speed. It's a standout for street racing. Superior grip, excellent traction. You can take sharp turns with basically no effort at all. This thing will not throw a fit. Kind of a rare trait for muscle cars, in my opinion. Braking is going to be slightly weak. Little bit of understeer, especially if you like completely jam on the brakes and try and lock up the wheels. But obviously, little proper throttle management and you'll be just fine. A little bit of brake control as well. Like, you'll learn how to drive this car for sure. It's very easy to drive. Super durable in crashes, even without the armor upgrades, which is great news. It sucks when your performance gets ruined just from hitting one car as you're driving to a mod shop to actually customize your vehicle. And you also get an incredible exhaust note with this car. So yeah, let's head on over to the lucky wheel, spin it up. Like I said, this is a $1,775,000 vehicle. It would be great to pick up a second one for this character. Let's see if we can get lucky. Can we win it? If we do win it, it's going to leave the podium and then I won't be able to review it in tomorrow's video. But either way, oh, a mystery? Give us a vehicle. Give us a vehicle. Italian biker suit. What a waste. It is what it is. And here at the LS Car Meet is your prize ride, which is the $925,000 Classic Broadway. The prize ride challenge for this week, if you want to unlock it, is placing top 4 in LS Car Meet Series races for 2 days in a row. And you can obviously completely waive that $925,000 purchase price and get it for 0 in-game dollars. Very smooth car, very stable ride. You can use it in taxi work, by the way, which is like the main functionality of owning this vehicle, I would say. You get that air ride suspension setup just like you get on the Albany Hermes. And speaking of that vehicle, it's very, very similar in terms of performance. It's heavy, you got a super bulky frame. It can actually keep pace with some other muscle cars once it gets up to speed, but acceleration is super sluggish off the line. You do get a lot of wheel spin, but you don't get a lot of power, which is kind of weird. What else? How else would I describe this car? Very, very capable, surprisingly, in various weather conditions, whether you're driving in the rain, like with this Halloween weather, or, of course, in the snow later on this year. You'll see this car is actually kind of nice for it, and it can hold its own off-road as well. Very top-heavy build. You will flip over if you're driving this thing and you jump a curb or, you know, hit some rocks and kind of lean the car in a certain direction. You can flip. And yeah, I mean, that's how I would describe the car. That's about all I have to say. It's fine, you know, but I'm not going to unlock it this week. I already have one. I'm not going to bother with the prize ride challenge again. We are going to be wrapping everything up right here, though, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys did go on to enjoy. Let me know in the comments how you are going to customize your Krieger in GTA and if you're going to get multiple of this supercar for your garages. Like I said, drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you want to see more GTA 5 Online videos like this. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/hazardoushdtv. It is the GTA 6 waiting room over on there, and it's also where you can check out my money grinding live streams. So yeah, have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Adios, amigos.